clutch lever, notorious for getting tough to pull over the years, especially on a setup like this. It's obviously a cable clutch, not a hydraulic, and it has this old school aluminum mount here, and then this is all soft steel, and it just gets nasty over the years, and I could kick myself in the you-know-what for not showing you, but this barrel that is on here was just caked with all kinds of years and years of grime mixed with grease. And if you don't know anything about grease, it attracts dirt like something fierce. So you have to pull this apart quite often, really. I mean, it's something that is so easy. Do it every year or two. But as you can see, I got this looking like brand new. And I don't know if we'll get a good shot of it, but you can see down in here a little bit of what I'm talking about. This black nasty stuff, I took some of it off already. I wish I wouldn't have, but that was caked on both sides of the lever, and you can see it. There's still some down in this hole where that cylinder rides. So what we did is we cleaned all this up, and then put some actual cable lube down in here, and then you work the cable and work as much of that lube down in as you can, and then once you get the actual barrel for the clutch lever and the hole that it goes through, get all this cleaned up as best as you can, then use an extremely high-end, really good grease, and just use a wee little bit. You don't want to use too much. If you use too much, it grabs grease. The grease grabs dirt, and just compounds the problem once again. So anyway, we will button this back up, and we'll show you that, that the clutch will work light years better than it did. But this is just a quick tip, something you should do every spring. Just clean this up real good. And quick tip of how to, anytime you have a bolt that needs cleaned similar to this one, this is a really nice trick. You take a maroon scrubbing pad like this, and you bury the bolt in it like that. You pinch it nice and tight with your fingers, and you get the matching socket and a little impact, and then you just spin it, and that's how you get that back to like a factory amazing brushed aluminum look like that. And it's gonna really, really free up this lever, I guarantee it. Okay, good. You still rolling or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're gonna do here is I used a little bit of a stainless steel brush to get a good bit of this off, but we're gonna just go ahead with our hand here. You know what? I have a tool for this as well.
Rat tail.
So right here on a drill you can get this at any store. Harbor Freight has cheap ones. This one's from Fastenal. I used to work there. This is a really high-end Weiler brush, but you can just, as you can see, that took that off super quick. Definitely should be wearing safety glasses. But this old grip, you can see we're bringing a lot of life back into this thing. And then you just get all...
Don't try this at home.
Then you get all that nasty stuff out of there. And then last thing that you're going to want to do is get something that's abrasive like this, and you're going to want to get it down in here where this bolt would ride. And you just want to get all of that decade-long, just nasty... It's grease mixed with dirt, which is what binds this up. Get it all out of there before you lube it all back up with grease. Put it all back together, and we'll get you back on the road in no time with a lever that is far, far easier to use. Okay, good. Now, as you can see, we got this button back up all together. Everyone's different. This one just has a number 10 bolt that goes back through just like you saw in the video. The nut goes underneath like so. And actually now this clutch actually works so much better. I mean, before it pulled really, really difficult, and the other top tip is you always want to give yourself some free play. You don't want this thing to like start pulling instantly. You want to give yourself that little bit of free play. And then once you get this all lubed up and back in working order, greased down in where the barrel goes, a little bit of penetrant on everything else, and give yourself that little bit of a free play, usually about the width of a nickel or a quarter of free play, and then that clutch should work absolutely perfect after that. Thank you for watching Twist Moto.
And keep it lit.